I don't understand. Why are they dropping a Mega Rising banner in 2024? Really, Toshi? Anyways, you clicked on this video because you want to know, is it worth summoning on this Mega Rising banner that contains the tag Piccolo and Goku and the transforming Garlic Jr. So first of all, I'm going to be giving you a kit summary of both of them, and then I'm going to be telling you, is it worth summoning on both of them or not. So first thing to note here is their element. Piccolo is a red unit and Goku, as you see here, is a reverse red unit. So that's the element, red, reverse red. So red is weak to blues, strong to yellows, and reverse red is weak to yellows and strong against blues. So yeah, their main tags are Sun Family, Saiyans, Regeneration, and they are a range type unit. So most likely, let me see actually. Yeah, they are heavily a blast based unit right here, and they are and the sagas from the movies, they team for them as well. Alright, so the kit here we have tag switch. Of course, they tag switch to Goku, reverse the factor as you see, and when tag switching, it activates once. It gives them a green card. Special Ops card is a green card. A 15% health per tag switch is good, and 15% to damage inflicted only activates once. This unique here is looking kinda scary. It says when battle starts or when this character enters the battlefield via a tag switch. So charges on switch gauge by 100%. So if they enter the battlefield, they're going to charge their switch gauge by 100% immediately. That only activates once. 110% to damage inflicted, 20% damage against Sun Family and Saiyans. Reduced damage received, you all know that. Quadra speed, blast cost down, and health restoration. But this here effect resets when tag switching to Goku. Like, does that mean they constantly get the 110% and the 20% damage to Saiyans? If that's the case, this unit is scary. I'm not even going to lie. But I don't really think they're doing that in a Sparking unit. So I think they're talking, when here effect resets when tag switching to Goku, they're talking about 100% to switch gauge. I think that's what are they talking about. So it activates once for both of them. When they enter the battlefield or enter the battlefield via a tag switch, 35 key, 80% damage inflicted, minus 10% damage received for 10 counts only, and reduce enemy key by 15, seals enemy rush for 3 counts, and destroy a card. Every 3 count, that's a effect similar to Red Beast Gohan if you know him. So he has some buffs every 3 timer counts. Apply the following effect to self every 3 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield or enters the battlefield via a tag switch. 15 key, 10% damage inflicted up to 40%, 10% to special move damage up to 40% as well. And these reset after character switch or when tag switching. If they land a strike or a blast card, they draw a random new card, again this resets every time they character switch or they perform a tag switch. 3% health, which is decent. 15% damage inflicted for 10 counts. One thing to note here is their cover changes. Both of them have strike cover changes, so don't think someone has a blast cover and someone has a strike cover just because they're a tag unit. No, both of them have a strike cover change, and it's comparable with a blue card. And when they cover change into the battlefield, restores 30 key, one level of card draw speed for 5 counts, seals enemy blue cards for 5 counts, and seals 1 random slot for 5 counts in the enemy. So a lot of sealing right here is going to be really annoying. They are buffing and supporting the team actually. Every time the enemy uses an arts card, they give 5% to damage inflicted for 20 counts for the allies, and it's up to 20%, and 10% key recovery for 20 counts, and again it's up to 20%, so some support actually. When hit with an enemy arts attack while on the battlefield, it activates only once. This only activates once, but it resets when you character switch or the tag switch is performed. Restores health by 10%, reduced enemy key by 25, that's kind of good. 20% to switch gauge, and reduce card draw speed by 1 level for 10 timer counts. This here is kind of really good, I'm not even going to lie. Cancels enemy buff effects when they activate Ultimate, Awakened, and Rise and Rush. No blue cards though, but still. This is really similar to Ultimate Gohan, and I think the cancellation of buffs is the best factor in Ultimate Gohan's whole kit, so this is a really good thing here. Z ability here at 14 stars, they give base blast attack to base blast attack and defense to sagas from the movies, regeneration, Storm family, and they give an extra strike attack buff to regeneration. The strike card is normal, no blast armor. The blast card has sustained damage cut penetration, normal. On the Piccolo side, if I'm not mistaken, the green card is an explosive green that restores ki upon activation. Restores ki by 40%, sorry. Increase switch gaze by 60%, 25% to damage inflicted for 10 counts. And on hit, he gets a card and he gets cover null for 10 counts. Compatible with everything, and they don't have an ultimate art, so yeah. But the Goku side green card, let me just switch here to Goku. The Goku side green card, I don't think it's an explosive green because there's no hit conditions here. 40 keys, 60% switch gauge, 60% vanish is good. 25% to damage inflicted and cover null. So just instead of the explosive green, they gave him more vanish restore. So basically kind of the same thing. I'd rather... What do I rather? I'd rather an explosive green because it's just an easy way to get priority. The blue card, they both have the same blue card effect. 20% to damage inflicted for 3 counts. And sustained damage cut penetration right here. Again, minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut effect for 3 counts. On hit, they draw a green card that it activates twice. Blast armor, of course. And one thing to note, the kit is shared between both of the units. Unless the things that I mentioned are different, like the green card. And only, yeah, the green card is the only difference between Goku and Piccolo. But the kit itself, the abilities, the blue card, the cover change, the unique abilities are shared between the two. So they're doing the same thing. It's just the green card. Piccolo has an explosive green. And Goku has a green card, normal green card that restores vanish. So that's the only difference. So here we have Garlic Jr.'s kit. This guy was a meme and then he actually dropped like... that's ridiculous. He is a purple unit as you see here. His stats, he is looking kind of more strike based. But it doesn't even matter. He also attacks regeneration, powerful opponents, and sagas from the movies, of course. Yeah, and he's a defense type, so he's going to be your defense and tank for the team. Alright, let's see the kit right here. Transform into Garlic Jr. with the main ability, destroys all of your own cards and draw 4 strikes. Wow. 30% health, 80 ki, and locks the enemy in for 5 counts. When battle starts, 100% damage, minus 70% damage received, 40% ki recovery. He's healing gradually throughout the whole match, and nullify unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 40 timer counts. 40 is really good. But there's no like insane yellows. The only good yellow in the meta right now that I'd only consider like... Maybe we have like a lot, but the best is LF using Gogeta Blue. You have Race Shenron here and there, Super Baby 2 here and there, Kaioken Goku here and there, so kind of a lot of yellows. But for 40 counts, it's crazy. This here is kind of... what is this? If this applies the following effects, if this character is the leader, so I'd assume if you put him on the leader slot, you're gonna get these. But if you don't, you're not going to. Shorten sub counts by 1 to self. So I think it means when you switch out of him, he's not going to take 10 counts to get back. He's going to take only 9. That's it. And he nullifies normal conditions up to 2 times to allies and attribute downgrades up to 2 times to allies. When this character enters the battlefield, he draws a card if he has 3 or fewer, 20 ki, 80% damage inflicted, shorten ally subcounts by 1, and some debuffs to the enemy damage, to strike, blast damage, and ultimate damage as well. When switched to standby, he draws a card, shortens all subcounts by 5, only activates once, so he already has that shortened by 1 if he's on the leader slot. So you probably, if you're using this guy, you probably want to put him on the leader slot. So you can get, if he switches the first time out, if you switch out of him the first time, you can get like, he's gonna come back in like 5 counts. That's 4 counts, I mean, that's ridiculous. And we have 15% damage inflicted by allied regeneration. Yeah, this buff is focused more on regen. I don't know why. We're in a movies campaign, like what? And 50% to ki recovery for movies. Yeah, there's the movies buff, but for ki recovery, last cover change right here, compatible with a blue card. Every time the enemy uses an arts card, restores health by 3%, 10% to damage inflicted for 20 counts, and reduces the key by 5. The key reduction is actually annoying. CMZ has something like that, and that's actually really annoying. His kit looks like really creative, like we saw that leader thing, and now the following effects occur based on the type of arts used by enemy. So if they use a strike or blast card, attribute downgrade 30% to key recovery for 30 counts. Green card reduces key by 35. Blue card restore health by 10%. Activates 3 times, and ultimate restores ally health by 10%, and it only activates once. So yeah, here, remember when we said if this guy switches out for the first time, he's going to be coming back in 4 counts. So imagine you switch out of him, he's coming back in 4 counts, and then you switch out of him, and you get ulted straight away. This here is gonna compensate that. Shortens ally subcounts by 4 when activates a special move arts, ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rise and rush when this character is on the battlefield, and the same effect when this character is on standby. This on standby means that the 4 counts that we swapped him out, he's going back in 4 counts. Even if you get rushed, you get ulted, he can come back. Like, that's ridiculous here. But he's not going to be coming in 4 counts every single time. He's not going to be coming back in 4 counts every single time, because we saw that he shortens on substitution counts by 5 only once. So yeah. The ability here at 14 stars, base strike and blast. Defense, so double defense. It's normal for a defense type unit for attack powerful opponents. Regeneration and episode movies. Plus an 18% to strike damage for regeneration. Strike card gives support to the allies. Strike damage, 10% to strike damage for 10 counts. It doesn't have blast armor. Same thing goes for blast arts. Supports for blast damage for 10 counts. Green card restores on key by 40. 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts. Destroys all of your enemy's strike cards and reduces the Dragon Ball by 1. Activates twice. Blue card gives him vanish back by 100% when he activates it. And 30% to blue card damage as well, and he gives plus 20 to blast and strike cost. That's going to be so annoying for 20 counts. I just realized I was reading the kit of him untransformed, and yeah, I forgot that he's a transforming unit. I was going to end the video, but he's a transforming unit, so let me read the post-transformation kit. So, quick thing to note here, we're not going to go through the exact same things things that are the same on the pre-transformed version and the post-transformed version, because that's just a waste of time. I'm going to be going through the differences and what's the transformation going to be giving him and benefiting him. So main ability of course changes, gives him a blue card, 20% health, and 50 key endurance nullification for 15 counts, and 50% to next blue card damage. After transforming, he gets an extra 20% damage inflicted, 40% to strike damage, heavily strike based I see here. Garlic Jr. is a heavily strike based unit that has really good defensive capabilities as well. Reduces impact and explode damage by 10%, plus 30% to health restoration, and he has that gradually restore health, that's pretty good. Restores to the health by 25%. Wow, endurance! Okay, endurance. And he gets the type neutrality defensively for 40 counts again. Nullifies enemy destroy card effect as well. So he's basically defensively neutral for the whole match if you know how to use him. Like, that's ridiculous. And he gets endurance with the transformation. That's impressive. This is a new thing here. Increases on arts card draw speed by 1 for 5 counts. Every time this character uses a strike card. That's impressive. So if you use like maybe chain 2 strikes and then you have like double card draw speed, you can combo now. That's good. When he lands a strike, he gets 20% to strike damage for 5 counts. Activates 3 times. Minus 3 to blue card cost. Activates 5 times. And instead of the blast cover change pre-transformation, he has a strike cover change post-transformation comboable with a blue card. After enemy attack is over, he restores own health by 10% and it activates twice. So when the enemy combo is over, you restore own health by 10%. He has a lot of healing going on. Here, when he uses an arts card, he has the same effects that 3%. When the enemy uses an arts card, he has the same effect that the pre-transformation unit has, the pre-transformation version, has. But he pluses that he has an extra restore on health by 3% as well, and it activates only 7 times. And he doesn't have the shortened sub count by 4 when he's on the battlefield. He only has it when he's on standby. When he transforms, he gets a blast armor on the strike card. Okay. New green card right here, 50 key, 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts. Covernal for 10 counts, and cancel buff effects, activates 3 times. And on hit, oh, is it an explosive? No, it's not explosive green. It's a grab green card. It's a grab because here it says blast armor when charging forward. It's a grab green card, so he goes to the enemy like, you know, Super Vegeto's green card, LFU's in Super Vegeto, the new Broly's green card, like that. He gets 50 key, 20% damage, cover null for 10 counts, cancels buff effect, activates 3 times, and 2 new cards. Blue card is the same, but instead of 30% to damage before transforming, it becomes 40, so it's the same thing. Alright, before we tell you if you should summon or not, let me just tell you my opinion on who's better. I think Garlic Jr. is a slightly better unit, comes with endurance, so some good rush control. His element is safer, purple is safer than than red right now. Some really good support and rush control, post and pre-transformation, and he stacks a lot of damage for the allies, so actually, Garlic Jr. actually surprised me, but the tag unit is meh. Okay, so the segment you've all been waiting for. Is it worth summoning? No. No and no. Don't summon. If you care about your Chrono Crystals, if you care about your Dragon Ball Legends experience, don't summon on those units. Don't summon on this banner. Mega Rising banners are so bad. They come with old LFs and new Sparking units. These are the new Sparking units that has like similar rates to the LF banners. Like you're getting a really lower quality unit for the same rate and the same amount of Chrono Crystals in most cases, and you're on a mission to pull 2 of those sparkings. That's not worth it. Save your CC. Movies mains, don't summon. Powerful opponent mains, don't summon. Regen mains, that was tough to say, but don't summon. That's a really big regen buff, but don't summon. If you're a regen main, you probably summoned on Omega Shenron. Your team is already pretty good. Regeneration is already pretty good. Ray Shenron, Omega Shenron, Kid Buu is a really good trio. You don't need one of these guys. You don't need. Your support and disrupt unit is Ray Shenron. He's just fine. So yeah, don't touch this banner. There's an Ultra, probably an Ultra coming in like 2 weeks. And it's probably going to be an Ultra Cooler. And you know how they treat coolers with the last cooler that we got. So yeah, they're probably going to make him broken and make him the best here in the game. Probably, I'm not even joking. So movies main, save for an Ultra Cooler that is common. The devs are trying to bait you with this Mega Rising banner with some pretty like meme units that have pretty decent animations. Like that's all they wanted you to see for you to summon. So don't summon. The kits are so bad. If you care about your Dragon Ball Legends experience, don't summon. Maybe you like Garlic Jr., so go for it, but it's just a meme, bro. You should not like this unit, so don't summon. So if you want to know, am I summoning? I said it like 27 million times. If you care about your Dragon Ball Legends experience, which I do, and I'm a free-to-play player, just like most of you guys, don't summon. I'm not going to be summoning. As I said to you, if you care about your Dragon Ball Legends experience, especially if you're a free-to-play player, I only have like 14 to 15 KCC, and I go on this banner, not even a movies main, not even a regen main. I'm not going on this banner. Next Ultra, I don't even think I'm going for it. I'm going to save for Fest Part 3 because I'm anticipating Ultra MUI. I say that in every Is It Worth Summoning video because I'm anticipating Ultra MUI and I'm hyping that up. Maybe I'll go for a copy for the Fest Part 1 and Part 2 units because they're hype. You know, Fest is going to be hype and they're probably going to be the best units in the game. So yeah, I'm not summoning and don't summon. Well yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. This video is kind of long because these guys' kit took pretty long time to understand and to break down right here. The Goku and Piccolo have two characters, the Goku and Piccolo, and the Garlic Jr. has a pre-transformation kit and a post-transformation kit. But please don't summon all those units. Save for the Ultra if you're a movies main, because it's probably going to be a broken Ultra, and I expect any sort of cooler. And if you're not a movies main, just save for Legends Festival or Diamond stuff that might drop in October. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want more guides on Dragon Ball Legends in general, and if you want me to do more Is It Worth Summoning videos in the future for the new characters. This like and subscribe, the support helps me a lot. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.